imagine taking an 8-inch flame, at least 8 inches, sometimes some people go up to 15, and putting it into your mouth, or rubbing it up your sleeve, or pant leg, or bare skin, and watching the flame burn across your skin. This is a trade that I've taken up. I've been doing it for almost a year now, and it's actually a lot of fun, but really dangerous and stupid. I'm going to repeat that, really dangerous and stupid. Fire eating started back in the BC years when ancient Greeks used it to become closer with their gods. They believed that someone who could light a fire on their skin or on their tongue and not get burned and not show physical pain, they must be attached with God somehow. In later years, it became a test of manhood or strength to take a burning iron and place it in your hand and not scream. It then became more of an art form in the 1600s, as cited in Harry Houdini's Miracle Mongers. Good book, I'd recommend it. And that was the first time that people used modern torches. Granted, my torches are nothing modern, there's nothing really modern about them. They're homemade, just with a campfire skewer. I cut off the ends. And that was the first time that they really started to modernize it. And then by the 1960s, they had the standard 12-inch handle with a cotton wick. It's very important to have a cotton wick because any other material or any false material will melt rather than burn. And the last thing you want is a molten fluid in your mouth. That will burn no matter what you do. Obviously, fire breathing has dangers. For instance, lighting yourself or someone else on fire. That's why I personally, some people will wear just a straight standard t-shirt. I personally, when I do it, this is very particular to what I wear because, well, I have hair on my arms and that lights very, very easily. And also the different layers, if I were to light myself on fire, I can get rid of it right now. Another really big worry is called hydrocarbon aspiration. It's a chemical pneumonia from the gas that we use to light the torches. I use just a white gas that's the least toxic that most people use, Coleman brand. Hydrocarbon aspiration is, or actually it's a story that I had to read to do the presentation. It's not lethal under most circumstances. It's just like any pneumonia, and you can get over it fairly quickly. Also, a worry is burning down the building or other people in the area. One of my personal favorite tricks is the fireball. Put a fluid in your mouth and spit it into the air. I was lucky enough to find out that canola oil, perfect for doing that. It's less volatile than most gases that people use. Or cornstarch, oddly enough. Once it gets put into a vaporized form or spread out into the air, it lights up like a candle. I just use a cotton t-shirt that I cut up for my torches. Again, you need cotton. I personally always have a towel and warm water. It is very important not to have cold water. If you were to read The Professional's Guide to Fire Eating, which is a great book for all things fire eating, of course, it will tell you not to use cold water by any means because that can crack your teeth, going from extreme hot from the torches to extreme cold. And now fire eating works on a couple of different principles. One, fire burns up. So if I'm holding a torch like this, the flame isn't right here. You almost wouldn't even be able to feel the flame right here. And that is according to Tim Cockrell. He is the professional in all things fire eating history and science. So putting your hand right here, you won't be able to feel the fire. So if you were to go up for a swallow, right here you still can't feel it. This is the moment of truth though, where you have to saddle the torch, which means put it on your tongue, and take it in. After that became the non-standard, you had to do more fun tricks. I use the word fun very sarcastically. Tricks range from holding the torch in your mouth to gather the vapor and then spewing fire. So just putting it right here and hold it almost like a candle, and then as you turn, you can light the fire away, or you can just hold the torch in your mouth to get the vapor and hold it there. My personal absolute favorite vapor trick is get the vapor in your mouth, take your torch, get a little bit on your fingers so your fingers are on fire, and it's called Hell's Kiss. You just go, and you get a good little spray. Just any basic lighter. Most people say, and this is according to Brian Brushwood, the author of Professional's Guide to Fire Eating, never, ever, ever use a candle or a Zippo, because in the off chance that you make a mistake, you want the fire to be extinguished immediately. Also, same source, you always want to have a wide canister for your fuel, and whenever you're not dipping your torches, the lid needs to stay on it. Because otherwise, if something were to happen that a torch or any flame were to dip into this, if it was a more narrow nozzle on the opening, it would be a bomb. And even with it as wide as it is, it would still be a decent sized flamethrower going straight up into now the ceiling. According to Harry Houdini's book, Miracle Mongers, it is very, very important to not do it in a room like this, because while it doesn't seem like a torch right here, with the flames being right here, while it doesn't seem like that should make any difference on the ceiling, it can potentially bring down the ceiling, or bring down the roof. Fire eating for me has been an amazing act, very fun to do, even funner to watch. I'm going to say it again, it is a very stupid and very dangerous hobby, and should only be learned under the care of an expert professional fire eater. I am not an expert professional fire eater, don't ask me. So, these are the tools of the trade. It's a very cheap hobby, and it's a very fun hobby. Thank you.